Hey, everybody, it is Scott Steen with winnersandwiners.com coming to you with the Monday edition of Today in Sports Betting, taking it to the MLB streets, everybody. Scott, pretty crazy weekend over the course of baseball there. Big moment for San Diego, their first no-hitter by hometown boy Joe Musgrove. Man, Joe Musgrove. Is there anybody happier than him right now? He just threw a no-hitter, and he's out of Pittsburgh.
Man. I was going to say, I think that if you actually want to try to trade for a buy low candidate, just find anybody on Pittsburgh, and they suddenly become better as soon as they leave.
Looking at you, Garrett Cole.
It's Garrett Cole. You also have Austin Meadows had that happen to him when he got traded as a prospect to Tampa.
Yeah.
Even Archer, who got injured over the weekend, but we can both agree that Pittsburgh Archer was probably rock bottom Archer.
Not good.
Not good.
You thought he was bad with the Reds.
Yeah, but the Reds.
Yeah.
The Reds.
Yeah.
Archer wasn't on the Reds.
Yeah, he was. That's where he went from Tampa Bay.
Chris Archer was on the Reds.
Yeah.
If that's true, then you're blowing my mind because I never knew that.
They were trying to make the big playoff run, right? It was weird that they traded for him.
I don't recall that at all.
Am I crazy?
I don't know what you're talking about. He played for Tampa his entire career before Pittsburgh, so I don't know what you're talking about.
I swear he went to the Reds on the August deal, on a late July deal.
Well, according to my resources, you made it up.
Huh. Okay. I guess it was Pittsburgh that had the weird pennant push when they were really kind of
Pittsburgh's the one who wanted him for the pennant push, and the team fell apart.
Yeah, but I mean, it was kind of a sketchy deal to start with.
It was a terrible deal, but it's one of the worst deals in recent memory. But
yeah, it was awful.
Either way, yeah. So Pittsburgh's the one who had the pennant push, and he was a disaster with them. And Tampa, so far this year, wasn't doing that well, but he was good before he got traded there. So it seems like if you leave Pittsburgh, you're a little bit better, and if you go to Pittsburgh, you're worse.
It's kind of the way that works. Hey, let's talk about real quick. I know you kind of we don't really have a number on it, but it's one of our favorites of the show. It is Robbie Ray making his debut this year.
Who's he pitching against?
He's going up against one of those ex-Pittsburghers that is doing pretty well. It's a young fellow by the name of Garrett Cole for the Yankees. Perhaps you've heard of him.
Rings a bell.
Oh God, Robbie Ray. We love him so much. We really do.
No, we don't have a number on this.
Nope.
So we're going to assume
north of 200.
Yankees 240.
I think you're being a little pessimistic. I think it's closer to 220.
I don't think it should be 240, but you look at the Yankees tax and Robbie Ray making his first start off the IL. That's not exactly a great spot for Robbie Ray.
He's just saving his energy, buddy.
Is that what they call it? When his pitch counts at 80 through 3 2/3?
Over under on number of base on balls from Robbie Ray.
Oh boy. I'll go 4.5.
That's exactly the number I had in my head.
I'll juice it to the under because he might be on a pitch count, but you never know. It's not pretty whenever he pitches.
He's got it.
He's going to do his thing.
He got it all worked out in spring training. He's best shape of his life.
I'm sure he did.
I'll take the under as well. Yankees got pretty good eyes. They can walk.
They can walk. They won a big game against Tampa yesterday, even though this team really has not looked that good so far this season. I'm curious if Judge is going to play. He should, but he's been dealing with some soreness in his side for the last couple of days. So I'll keep a tab on that. Yeah, overall, if you want to take Toronto, I'm rooting for you because I can't back Robbie Ray at any price.
Hey, break up the Red Sox, man. 5 straight. How about that?
Yeah, definitely some good wins there. Beat Tampa, swept them.
No, it's that 6 straight. They swept Baltimore.
They swept Tampa and they swept Baltimore.
Yeah, they ran it to 6. We had them today as a premium, and if you want to catch a little positive value, you could do worse than fading J.A. Happ. Is all I'm saying at plus 130.
That's really a fair point. Perez actually looked pretty good in his first start.
He did.
I was a big fan of the Red Sox the whole weekend. After Baltimore swept them in the opening series, I just assumed Boston would be pissed off. So
yep, they were. They've been pissed off for a week now.
Yep, and Devers killed them. Martinez killed them. They really couldn't stop anybody. I believe they scored 14 runs yesterday, but
they did.
Plus 130, plus 135, whatever it is. I gotta like Perez in that spot, especially since Happ's as a member of the Blue Jays and the Yankees in the past. The Red Sox have seen him a bunch.
Yep.
I got to assume they're going to perform well against them. I like the team total over in that one, especially in Minnesota, which is a pretty hitters-friendly ballpark.
Yep.
I think you could see a lot of runs there for Boston.
How about my Royals, buddy? I predicted they would not be anywhere near second place, but there they picked up a big win over the White Sox in extra innings.
You beat They finally lost to a left-handed pitcher. I'm proud of you.
That's right. Oh, that's
It was 20-something straight for Chicago, and they lost.
Who started that game?
For Kansas City.
Was it Duffy?
Could have been.
I didn't.
I'm gonna check right now, but I know that it was a left-handed pitcher for a fact.
Because I didn't think it was.
It was Mike Minor.
Oh, that's right. I didn't think it was Duffy's turn. That's right. It was Mike Minor.
But
wow, of all the left-handers, you wouldn't think that'd be the one that would get the win.
So far, that division's actually gone. I mean, I know it's still early, but Chicago having a losing record with La Russa as the manager. I feel like we're not totally surprised by that.
No, we hated that move from the beginning.
I'm impressed. Cleveland's 5-3 and they can't score.
And of all the things, La Russa gets the guy in second base to start the 10th inning. Now he's not bunting.
I don't know, man.
You know, a guy that grew up on the sack bunt.
Yeah, but either way, that division's going to be pretty ugly for a while. I still think Minnesota's the best team in there. Cleveland, I know that this team has gone 5-3. When you play Detroit about 6 times, it definitely helps your record out.
You can't score.
I know. I'm just saying, when you play Detroit, that definitely helps out your record.
Yeah, they've seen Screwball twice. What the hell? So, Brady Singer's going for the Royals. And this is a kid that they've had high hopes for. Now he spent the year last year in the majors, which
he's up and down. That's what I describe, man.
Third of a year, but man, he had a dreadful start against Jordan Lyles. I really thought the Royals would be able to make some hay there against one of our favorite fades. And yeah, not so much. So I'll see what I think Singer is due for a good outing. He's going up against the Dylan Bundy and the Angels.
Is it Bundy or is it Cobb?
It is. You know what? I gotta get these worthless sites. It is Alex Cobb. It's been Alex Cobb everywhere else. So
fair enough.
Which I'd rather see that than Dylan Bundy.
I see some money, it appears, has come on Kansas City. I see that the Angels open up at around -130. It's down mostly to around -125. For this spot here, I like the Angels until Singer. You're claiming that he's due. We're kind of on the same boat, but I got to actually wait and see it first before.
I know. I totally agree, especially with the youngsters.
And Cobb, he might not be that great, but he's a veteran. He knows how to battle, and he has looked a lot better since his 18-loss year with Baltimore like 3 years ago.
Yeah,
he's been pretty good since. And the Angels can hit, so I think the Angels will get the win.
He's probably still pissed off at the Royals over hitting him in the head. So
he might be, but all I know is that for the Angels, you still have Trout, you still have Ohtani, Justin Up, you still have a good lineup.
Yeah.
So I think that if Singer once again struggles and leaves a couple of pitches over the middle of the plate like he did in his first start, some balls might not land. So
they can mash him out there at the Big A.
So I'll go with the Angels. I
think you're getting a good price there.
Yeah, I just think that if you look at both teams, they have winning records and all, but the Angels, they've been pretty good. And Trout, shocker, he's batting .414 because he's Mike Trout.
Yep.
And I just think that even with Walsh batting .385, this team really has just played well. And I don't know if you buy into the I'm trying to think of the right term, but a little bit of a motivational angle for the Angels. You see it a lot in basketball where a team gets absolutely blown out in the game before, and then they are a little bit motivated to get back on track, with the exception of Oklahoma City. Angels were doing pretty well. They lost the last game 15-1, then had a day off yesterday. You don't think that's kind of festering a little bit? They might be pretty motivated to get back on track.
Get the steam on that a little bit. Yeah, they had a rare day off as the Royals actually had to play today and then traveled to L.A. So,
for the record, by the way, with that 15-1 loss, never back Jose Quintana.
No.
We've roasted him for a while, and he got killed. But I don't know if you agree with that, because basketball and other sports have that happen, where if they get killed, they're motivated. I don't know if that applies for baseball, but the day off after losing by 14 runs, kind of lets it sit a little bit more, don't you think?
Probably. I don't know. Baseball is such a pitcher-driven game. So,
it is. And I'm doubting Singer, but
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, it's so the Angels could be motivated to hit, but if Cobb comes out there and shits the bed, then it ain't gonna work.
You like the over?
What's that?
You like the over, or you still think
No, I think I like that matchup. I think we're getting a good price on the Angels. No, I agree. I think you fade Singer until further notice.
I thought you said you were buying low on Singer. Did I persuade you?
No. I just said
You said
I was joking when I said
oh,
he's due. I mean,
oh, okay. I
he's
wasn't
a
sure.
youngster with great stuff, and he will figure it out. I'm not sure he's going to figure it out the second start of the season.
Nervous, he might need a little bit more time in the minors, which isn't a shame. You know, you could always send somebody down, work on some mechanics, then bring him back up. But he's missing something right now.
Yeah, and it's possible. We'll see what happens with him, but yeah, going forward, I'd like to see a nice performance out of him.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the Angels take it there. I like that price, and I like money's coming in on Kansas City.
Yeah,
like I said, a bad travel spot for KC. Angels with an off day.
Yep.
What else you got? Anything else get your attention?
Well, looking at the rest of the actual card, we were going to talk about one other game, and I forgot we were going to talk about.
Fetty and Gant.
We could do that. Or, you know what? There's actually one game I do want to talk about. It's the late game. I wrote an article about it for Statsalt.com, I believe. It's the Reds and the Giants. And this Giants team has actually been playing really well because of its pitching, which I really didn't see coming. I don't think anybody saw coming. But then again, it's kind of like what we talked about before with Cleveland. You look at who this team has played. They've played 9 games, played the Mariners 3 times, and played the Rockies 3 times. They lost 2 out of 3 to the Mariners. They won all 3 against the Rockies. They did win 2 out of 3 on the road against
San Diego.
But this Giants team hasn't had a total gone over 7.5 since the second game of the season.
Right.
The total in this one's 8.5. How do I not like the under here?
You got to play the under here.
And Miley, I know, has had issues in the past, especially with injuries, but he was great in his first start. Aaron Sanchez was good in his first start as well. We all know that Oracle Park is a huge pitching park. Yep. I don't know if it's Marlins pitching park, but it's definitely up there for one of the
especially at night.
Yeah, especially at night. Cincinnati, I know this offense is good. Last 2 games against Arizona, they might be a really good home team and a really bad road team because losing 2 out of 3 to Arizona, who was missing a bunch of key pieces. I know Calhoun came back, but Arizona's terrible. You can't lose 2 out of 3 there and only score 3 runs in the last 18 innings combined. You can't do that. So
that was an ugly 2-game set there.
Yeah, I think Cincinnati's offense is good, but I think it might be really good at home and pretty middle of the road on the road. Meanwhile, San Francisco's offense hasn't really done anything this year, but the pitching's held up. I see a low-scoring game. I like the under 8.5.
Okay. Yep. That's solid.
I'd also lean Giants because they're undefeated at home, and Cincinnati really looked underwhelming in their only 3 road games of the year. But that 8.5 staring at me. It's one of those, once again, I'm going to back the trends. As we talked about in baseball, you tend to be profitable when you back trends and you back the current form of teams. San Francisco might be the best under team in the league right now. They're definitely up there. I'm not going to rock the boat. I got to go with the under.
Yeah, you can play him at 8.5. Aaron Sanchez was very good his first start there against San Diego.
Yep.
Who squared off against Darvish. He took the loss, but 5 innings, 1 earned. He give up 6 hits, no walks. So
the thing is, you can win this game in a variety of ways because if Cincinnati goes off, the Giants might not.
Right.
The Giants play well. Cincinnati's offense has struggled the last 2 games also. So you could be looking at a couple of spots here where if one team scores 5, the other team might not score more than 2.
Yep.
So I really like the under in that game.
Yeah, I'm with you. Everybody was wondering about how Aaron Sanchez would be after sitting out last year, but he's been very good. He was good in his first start. So I think he's just going to get better.
I agree.
So yeah, and no park in America is more affected by the marine layer than in San Francisco. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I like the 8.5. Anytime you see the Giants involved with 8.5, you got to think about playing it.
The Giants might be a blind 8 or under team at this point.
At home for sure. At home for a night game at home, 8.5. Sign it up.
Game at home should probably be around 7.5 or 8.
Yep, absolutely. All right, there you go. Well, that's going to do it for the baseball show. As always, if you're looking for more information on these games or any other games, don't forget to stop by and check out the best website in the world. It's winnersandwhiners.com. It is the #1 predictive sports analysis site in the entire world. It's hard to believe, but yeah, it is. So make sure you get over there, check out previews and predictions on every single game, every single day. It's free. That's why it's #1 in the world, because it's free.
We also got the radio show tomorrow.
Don't forget to tune in each and every weekday, 4 p.m. to catch Scott and I doing our thing for an entire hour. WWPR 1490 out of Tampa.
We also give out some plays on there. We had Bet the Farm, had a good week. I know we both killed the Masters.
Yep.
I know. I don't remember how you go undefeated.
Yes.
I went 3-1.
Yep.
So good times.
Yes, very good times as always. And yeah, don't forget to check out Scott and I's videos. I've got a guy in the comment section named The Butcher that is absolutely killing it on golf. So if you don't watch my videos normally, make sure you watch them like Wednesday through Saturday, because he's always got a golf play up there, and they have been outstanding. Always does matchups. So check that out as well. All right. And for myself, for Scott Reichel, for all of us over here at Winners and Winers, we're wishing you guys nothing but the best on all of your plays today. Hope every one of those tickets in your pocket turns into cash money back at the window. All right. You guys have a great day. And thanks for watching. Of course, tell your friends, tell your neighbors, and we'll see you tomorrow on Today in Sports Betting.